Okay, thanks for staying with us. I have with me Councillor Celia Hibbert. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
She's the newly appointed special advisor to the governor of Imo State on diaspora affairs. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I mean, I know you've always been passionate about Nigeria in as much as you're part of the politics here in the United Kingdom. Okay, so for those people who do not know who you are, you want to talk to them about, hey, this is Celia and this is what I'm working on.
Anyway, yeah, so my name is, Celia Hibbert.
Yes.
People who know me here say Celia Hibbert. Nigerians say Celia Hibbert. And I am an elected councillor, obviously, for Penn Ward, Wolverhampton.
Yes.
But I'm also the newly appointed special advisor to the Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodimma, His Excellency, Onwa Oyoko. I'm his special advisor on diaspora affairs. So I'm excited. And,
you are really excited because I saw you shutting your eyes and smiling. Okay then, so now let's do this. You see, that's you and the governor. When did you meet with him?
Oh, that was straight after he was
declared the winner by the Supreme Court.
Yes, so I had to quickly go over to obviously congratulate him. It's not it's a big deal to be a governor of a state.
Definitely.
You know, whoever it is a big deal. But yeah, that was when that picture was taken. But of course, I've met him prior to that. I've met him previously.
Did you also say congratulations to Iodiara?
Yes, actually, I did say congratulations to him.
In person?
You know, in person, we went with the diaspora. We had a diaspora engagement in Abuja. So after that, we went to his premises to just say congratulations.
This is good. You guys are really active.
We are very active. Imo State is our state. You know, irrespective of what government is in place, it's our state. We would always be excited and just back the government of the day to deliver for the people of Imo State.
Okay, but what was your take when people said that he's not the legitimate governor, he was the fourth position, and then the Supreme Court declared him winner? You know, for these, you know, how he got into power, why are you smiling? for you. So how did you take all of this?
It's just ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous for anybody to purport that he's not the legitimate governor of Imo State. I say this because, I mean, the Supreme Court, every single one of the judges unanimously returned him duly elected. So what I'm saying is, these people, these judges are highly professional, respected people that have been in the business of being judges for years. So for somebody to suggest that this caliber of people will compromise their professional integrity just to return a governor of a random state. I say random states because they're not from Imo State, these judges. I mean, it's completely, it's bonkers for anybody to suggest that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just reasonable to say, you know, the facts on ground were forensically examined like any judge would do. Then they went and decided this is what is on ground, this is the governor. And I think, you know, my take on it is every single Imolite should come on board and deliver, because this is not just a one-man's job. Of course, he's the, you know, he's the captain.
But Celia, I must tell you this. You know, if you say ludicrous, I would also say ludicrous right now, asking you, why is it you? Why is it some other Imo State EGD here in the United Kingdom? Because honestly, that question wouldn't have made any sense, because I can tell from the passion you're exhuming. And one other thing I'm really impressed about what you're doing is that you just fell into the role of, you know, of being
the diaspora queen.
Yes, being the speaker for the governor.
I think I'm not just his speaker. You know, my job as a diaspora affairs special advisor is to have an outlook, an independent outlook, and advise our governor irrespective of what's at stake, and give him a sound advice. And this is why I'm excited, because he's picked me. I'm just in my 30s. Of course, I'm very, very familiar with business of governance. I'm an elected councillor here in the United Kingdom. So policies, strategies are not new to me. These are my, you know, bread and butter.
It's beautiful, because everything you've learnt in here, you just give it back to us.
Exactly. So I'm excited as well because he's a very gender-friendly governor. Yes. So one is very rare to see this in Nigeria, but he's embraced the making sure that there is equality in terms of women being part of the government, women bringing what women can bring best, which is scrutiny, which is dedication, which is passion. And that's what somebody like myself is bringing to the table. So I'm excited. I'm excited because the sky is our limit when you have young people, female, bringing in different perspectives.
Celia, that's completely brilliant. It is brilliant. But now, what are you going to be telling him about what? This is what you should focus on, Your Excellency. This is what the diasporans of the states are looking forward to. What are you going to be saying to him?
As you know, this governor is actually not new in government. He's been a senator before, a successful one actually. He is dedicated. He's already made it clear what his strategies are. He has a 3-point agenda, which is recovery, rehabilitation, and reconstruction. He's already set out what his blueprint is, and he's dedicated. He has a team of absolute passionate people behind him who will join hands with him and make sure that every single one of his strategies is delivered. He's come out publicly to say that there will be zero tolerance on embezzlement and, just bastardization of resources for the state. He's made it very, very clear.
Okay.
So,
okay, that is good. That's good. You see, recently, before I ask you that question, no, I'm going to ask you that question now. There's been photos of the states.
Yep.
On the internet, the bad roads, death traps, and the likes. Basically, the state is suffering from so much infrastructural facilities. And then, when I saw that, I was wondering why the guy, the APC governor that was there before him, give me a name, Rocha Sokorocha, why is he busy? Why was he busy building statues with millions of naira, and he left all this in deplorable states? That was just my thoughts. Did it ever cross your mind?
It did, but I'm not here to forensically examine what the past government did. What I'm here to tell you is what this government will do.
No, because listen,
yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same circle. I'm not saying this governor is going to be like that, but this is what he did. He abandoned all this project. The other guy that came in hasn't been there for a year, and most of these things were not even touched. And then this is what he now needs to focus on.
Well, I can tell you now, as we speak, just a few days ago, the current governor, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodimma, has actually been out to go and look at these roads. He's been to, I think, a Kermele, Okigwe Road. He's been to Azomta, the one along Port Harcourt Road. He's been to, Mbise Road. He's actually been out to go and look at these things and look at the contractors handling these assignments. And he's actually issued out a warning saying, you need to get this job done on target. I think as at yesterday, they were having meetings with every single contractor that has a job in Imo State. He is keen that they have to deliver not just on time, but they have to deliver a very, very quality work, because we don't want a situation whereby these roads are built and then they just get eroded again, the next year. So he's keen to make sure that come the next rainy season, that the people of Imo State will be safe, secure and comfortable when they're driving around Imo State. And I mean, this is applaudable. I mean, he's just been in power for barely a week.
Beyond you being a special advisor, what would you say to us about the man Hope Uzodimma?
I think, something I got to find out about him, and I'm thinking, wow, okay, is that, and I keep saying this to everybody, he's the kind of person, I just put it in context for you, he's the kind of man who would have 100 naira in his pocket, right? He would take 99 naira out of that 100 naira and actually give it to the people. Hope wouldn't see a hungry person go hungry. He wouldn't see a pregnant woman have no lift to the hospital. He wouldn't see a sick person without a bed. He wouldn't see a young child out of school not being put back into school. That's honestly the kind of person he is. So, it just shows. And if you're in business of governance, that's one of the priorities. That's one of the qualities you actually have to have. Okay. To be there, selfless for the people. What you have is not what you have. Is is for the people.
Another challenge which the state is facing, I know generally in Nigeria we have issues of the health system is also in a deplorable state. But you see, Imo State also tops one of it. The states that are suffering from this. Is he going to?
Well, you know, it's a known fact that Nigeria as a whole, you know, our health system has to be radically changed and updated. I mean, life expectancy in Nigeria is about 54 years on average. I mean, your loved one dying at 54 is unimaginable compared to here in the UK where life expectancy is about 81 years old. So you see the, you know, the magnificent difference in that.
It is.
So in Imo State, I'm excited to say actually that we're already in talks with, you know, some of these G8 countries who are coming in to set up infrastructure on ground to start to tackle this health inequality that is persistent in our state. As I speak to you, next week we have some people coming from, you know, some company, American and Danish companies coming into Nigeria. Part of what they will be tabling is building infrastructure to tackle the health inequalities. So we have that. We also have a pharmaceutical company we're in talks with who are coming into the state to build a pharmaceutical company so that we have quality checked drugs. We have drugs that are accessible, you know, drugs that people in the state actually need. We have competitive prices as well. These are part of the things that this pharmaceutical company will be ensuring happens in the state. So the governor is already doing these things. I'm not the one doing it. He's the one enabling our office, the Diaspora office, to actually meet this target. And he's made it extremely clear that we will have short-term plans and also long-term plans. And some of the short-term plans is doctors coming from abroad, from the diaspora, you know, engaging in medical outreach. We have some contingents coming in 2 months' time. We had some who already been last month. A lot of stuff are going on. I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited, and I just wish every other person will feel this excitement. And this is not just bogus excitement, this is real. This is real, this is going on ground, the discussions are going on. Some of them are already happening in the state, and more is going to happen. The governor is on point. If he continues like this in the next 4 years, we're laughing. We're laughing.
That would be good.
That would be absolutely good.
That would be good that a governor from the same APC party would do something entirely different from the former governor.
Well, as you know, someone might have 9 children. Those 9 children will be completely different from each other.
Out of the 12, there's a Judas.
So
okay, fine. Are we saying which was the Judas here?
I'm not saying it's a Judas, but I'm saying that. Exactly.
Yeah. There's always a Judas somewhere. Never mind. Okay, so there's been a recent appointment by the government.
Yeah.
And you know these personalities and what their focus will be on?
Well, what I can say, I don't know every single one of them. I've just flicked through the names, and some names jump out for me. These are names that I can tell you categorically are committed to service, to humanity. So in that sense, I can tell you that the governor has gotten these names right. In fact, there's one lady there, Barrister Ogechi, I think it's Barrister Ogechi. She's, you know, someone I've had conversations with in the past. She's passionate about tackling inequalities. And, you know, this is the kind of people I want to see surrounding the governor, you know, to be able to carry his vision along, to be able to deliver his vision, to be able to carry people along as well and ensure that every single strategy that the governor has put in place will be delivered in 4 years. We haven't got time to waste. Imo State needs complete restructuring, complete rehabilitation, and complete recovery, just like the governor has stated out. So I'm excited. The people that have been nominated are people who have track record in terms of governance. You know, I'm certain, because I know some of those names. So those names I know are well equipped. They're dedicated, they're devoted to make sure that Imo State is that destination that everybody wants to be.
Okay, so but I don't know. I think right now, Charlie Boy is from Imo State, is it?
Yes, he is.
He's from Imo State. And which side does he seem to be?
I don't know. I can't say for Charlie Boy. You know, he's an entity on his own.
I think maybe he's on the other end. I don't know. But where I'm driving at is that away from politicking and the politics, because we're hearing about people who are, what's the word now? Protesting, and they intend to bring, they intend that Ihediora is the right person to be there, blah, blah, blah. What would you advise the Senator Hope Uzodinma, who has been in government for a long time, who we know that part of his ambition in a long time is wanting to be a governor of Imo State? What would you advise him to do? Pay more attention to governance? All this politicking of people trying to distract him and pull him back?
Of course, he cannot afford to be distracted. He's already shown he cannot afford to be distracted. You know, I think today he enacted some criminal bill into law. So he's working. He was out the other day inspecting the roads. He was inspecting the youth corpus the other day. He's out and about. So people in every situation there will be handful of people who are dissatisfied. That's fine. You know, the work of the governor would show, you know, will speak for itself. And hopefully the doubting Thomases will turn around and just join the moving ship. And that's what I expect.
Because it's all about developing the state.
Exactly. So if he develops the state, then anybody talking is actually an agent of distraction, an agent of, you know.
Particularly education for children.
Education for children is something I'm so passionate about, and I'm happy that he's committed. I mean, our governor has actually publicly stated that he will be using his security votes to offset some of the pensions, to offset bills in the state. He doesn't have to do this, but he has publicly gone on record to say he's going to be doing this. This is the kind of person we're talking about. You know, I'm telling you categorically, he wouldn't spend the money for himself. He would be giving it out for the people.
I mean, that's what we're looking for. Selflessness from our leaders.
Absolutely.
You know, I think some governors call themselves servant leader. At the end of the day, we didn't see what they did. You know, but
no,
this time around, I believe, and since there are a lot of, you know, illustrious people,
young people, honestly, young people, women,
expect him to. I mean, he would know that, hey, I can't let my guards down. These people would, you know, call me to books. So, you know, like, he needs to be, you know, serious about that. Okay, now, so I want you to tell diasporans, Imo State diasporans, what do you have to say to them?
Even the State diasporans, as you know, we are working with 6 strategies in addition to what our executive governor already has in place for us, which is restructuring, rehabilitation, and recovery. But our office of Diaspora is open for business. Please find us on Twitter, is Diaspora_Imo. Find us on Facebook, is Imo Diaspora. Find us on website, is www.imodiaspora.com. Our 6 strategies, of course, you know, we set to build the diaspora village, you know, where everything will work as if we're here in London or England. We will build the state and rebuild it alongside with our executive governor. We have the women empowerment, which we're passionate about. We also have the trade powers. We're trying to, you know, pair up local traders in Imo State with people who already have expertise here in United Kingdom across the globe. And of course, we also have the youth empowerment through sports. We're already talking to the universities who specializes on sports here in the diaspora, and we'll be able to bring some of those expertise back home. So we have everything. Just contact us.
When you come back on the show, you're going to be talking to us about how the diasporans can get on board. But you actually also just mentioned some things they can go online and, you know, give their suggestions and the like.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much for joining me, Celia. Hibbert, special advisor to the governor of Imo State on diasporal affairs. Okay, so that's the boss we can take on the program. Thank you. Okay, and we have to run off right now. I came on set looking really fat. I feel really, really fat. But Uche said there's nothing the camera can do about it. And we've added like 5 more pounds on me, looking like I'm a size 28 or something. Anyway, that's fine. In no time, I'll be back. Okay, so thank you very much for watching the show. And I hope we can do this again next week with a whole lot of interesting package. Thank you very much for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye. My name remains Rose Peter Graham, and this is how we do it.